Today we're going to show you about feed readers for your iPad, what programs are out there, and what you should use. Hey everybody, Jeffrey Powers here. Welcome to iPad 365, the show where we look at apps to keep your iPad aplay. We've got a nice business app, actually, for all you readers out there, a nice utility for reading RSS feeds. And there's a reason why I'm going to talk about this. But first of all, I want to let you know, the email is show@ipad-365.com, show@ipad-365.com. And then, of course, the Twitter handle is iPad365. iPad365. Just go there, say hi, and suggest an app or suggest something that maybe you've done on the iPad, and then we'll go from there. Okay, today we're going to talk about feed readers, and the reason why we're going to do this is because last week Google Reader closed down and a bunch of people came out of the woodwork with feed readers. Now, a feed reader is a program that actually takes the feeds from websites, blogs, or whatever, and puts it into one area so it's very easy to read. Now, I'm not a big fan of feed readers because of the fact that they pull my information to their sites, and there's a possibility that somebody might not ever come onto my websites. They'd be reading everything from the feed. However, there is crossover and there is promotion to it, so I kind of accept it because RSS feeds are free to pull, and I could actually take a whole ton of RSS feeds and put them into my own reader. It's a little bit of give and take, but the bottom line is these feed readers are here to stay, and now that Google's gotten out of the reading business, there are some programs that are here to help you get your news, your content. We're going to start with the Digg reader. Now, Digg was a company that was founded by Kevin Rose many years ago. And you might not know it, but Digg also created those little widgets that said, I want you to dig up this article, I want you to dig down this article. And then people had to put those little widgets onto their blogs and onto their websites so you could do that. And then all of a sudden, Facebook got one, Twitter got one, Pinterest got one. But Digg was the first ones to do that. And of course, after that, they went through their small little collapse. Kevin Rose left, and then they sold it to another company that's trying to rebuild it. Well, Digg is betting on this RSS feed reading system. And of course, when Google Reader came out, they worked their butts off to get this going. And of course, now the iPad app, which came out last week, you could now do all your feeds from here. So basically, the front page here looks pretty much the same for everybody. You connect up to your account. You can connect up via Twitter. You can connect up via Facebook or Google. And then once you do that, you pull down your Google Reader. Speaking of which, if you haven't collected your Google Reader data, you only have a week to do that. I connected, of course, to Geekazine, told it not to do any push notifications. So I've got a few things here, like, for instance, TechCrunch, Lifehacker, the Bad Dice podcast, a couple other things here. Of course, my GeekSmack stuff. When I do GeekSmack, I look here for a lot of news articles and put it into the Digg reader here, so I can just go straight through and go, I like this one. Let's take a look at this. This is from The Verge. We've got a nice picture on the side, and we've got a small little explanation of what the article is, and then, of course, the link, and you click on that, and it'll bring up the whole page. As you can see, like I said, it doesn't pull up from their website, which is the one problem that I have with that. There is a link to the website, and like down here it says view on Engadget.com. You'll press that, and it'll take you to Engadget.com. Always go to the website, give them the link love that they need, so they can continue to make articles like this. So it's the Digg Reader. It's very straightforward, and it's absolutely free in the App Store. The next one I'm going to talk about is one that I've talked about before. It's called Flipboard, and this pulls from Twitter, this pulls from Facebook, this pulls from Google+. Whatever content you want to get, you can pull it up here. I have a technology area, I have a Twitter area. I also have my search area where I can put in topics, different types of ideas, hashtags. Like for instance, TED Talks. I can hit TED Talks and I can search all the TED Talks stuff. There's TED Talks feed, Flipboard page. And it's going to load up a whole bunch of articles from TED Talks, and I can learn a little bit more about it. You can create your own Flipboard pages, which is really nice to have, because then you can put in your content, your article, and then share it out to other people. And it'll look almost like a magazine in itself. And that's what I really like about Flipboard. This was designed around the iPad. That's why I like it so much, and it's the one I really recommend, because not only the fact that it's designed around the iPad, it lets you link, and if you want to read more, you can go right over to, like, for instance, the Huffington Post. You can share it, you can go to the link, and you can add it to even your Flipboard pages from here. Once again, it's called Flipboard in the App Store, absolutely free. Now, when we come back, we're going to talk about 2 more apps, and then another app that I didn't realize was out in the App Store, and you might want to take a look at it because it's a lot of fun. And we'll do that next. All right, the next app I'm kind of upset about. It's called Feedly, and a lot of people are replacing their Google Reader with Feedly. However, the iPad and the Android version both had major bugs in them. I can't get in. I can't sign in to get in. Every time it asks me to log in, it does this. I hit the accept button, and then it says Feedly's over capacity. Now, I tried to do a workaround, like going into the web browser. I tried the Safari web browser. I tried the Chrome web browser. I went to the authentication, and it just completely stopped from there. So that's not a way around it. But you can search for things right now. Like, for instance, I can search on, there's a photography area. I can go to the big picture. I can pull stuff up, but I can't pull my feeds up just yet. Apparently, on the Android side, they've already got that fixed. We're waiting for a fix on the iOS side, which hasn't come out yet. Once it comes out, I'll talk about it a little bit more, but right now, I haven't really nothing to say about Feedly except get your app fixed as soon as possible. All right, one more here, nice newsreader, and you don't even have to search the RSS. It's already collected the RSS feeds. People are collecting bits and pieces from here, there, and everywhere. It's Fark. F-A-R-K, and it's been around, of course, Fark has been around forever, since the turn of the century here. And it's got a great system. You can't see pictures, but you can see articles, which are a little bit snarky because the people actually create the headlines. So you have a little bit of fun with it, but you might come up and you might find that you're not getting all the news that you really want. But they do have categories. So, like, for instance, I'm a geek. I like to go to the geek area. And I find out the sense of the entitlement that comes to being a gamer, and I can press on that, and that'll get me to the page over at ITF Gaming. We won't load that up. There are ads, as you can see on the bottom of the page. That's how they go. There are many other RSS readers out there that have free versions, that have paid versions. Like, for instance, this one right here. It's called Feeddler, F-E-E-D-D-L-E-R. And of course, you can enter in your different accounts, your Google Reader account, the old reader, and go from there. Let's just go to the old reader. I don't actually have an account for this. This is one of the ones I actually just set up as I was going through. This is just an example of many other apps out there that are free, that have paid versions. I think this one has the Pro version for $4.99, and you can get that. So you have many options to get RSS feeds to turn your iPad into a good news reader or newspaper, whatever you want to call it. And that's Feeddler right here. And that's this episode of iPad 365. What do you think? Are you using RSS readers for your iPad? Do you use something like Flipboard, like Digg Reader, or have you decided not to do the reading thing on your iPad? You just go to the web pages themselves. Let me know. You can Twitter me over at iPad365. Of course, the email is show@ipad-365.com. All right, a little special programming note here. I'm actually going to get my Google Glass, so I will be back on Thursday, if not Monday, with an episode of how to take your Google Glass and pair it with your iPad. I'll do it then. We'll see you then. It'll be another episode of iPad 365. You guys geek out and take care.